Howdy folks, I'm Hank Sheffer, and welcome to another true life story right here with Larry Hedrick on Mysteries of the Superstition Mountains.
Years ago when I had my cavalry outfit, I owned a couple of Army mules. These were big mules. These weren't burros. These things stood 15 hands high. And one night, Tom called me and he says, hey Larry, he says, how'd you like to go out in the mountains and bring out some gold bars? And I thought he was kidding, but hey, it's something to do, you know. And he says, I'll get back to you. I'm talking to somebody about this now. And probably a week or so went by and I hadn't heard anything from him. But up at the museum at Goldfield, this would have been in the early 90s, Chuck Kenworthy came walking through the door to museum. And he had a set of Spanish armor that he claimed he found in the Superstitions. And he was showing it to me. And I looked at it and I held it in my hands and there was rust on it, you know, and I took my hand and wiped on it and the rust come off. I mean, you know, this isn't patina from an old Spanish stuff. I figure that he went out and had a set made at the Renaissance deal, just like I did for our exhibit, only I put mine in muriatic acid and I really made it look old. And his was just dipped in a bucket of water and you could wipe the rust off. And I don't know what he was trying to do to fool me or whether he was using it to fool other people about what he'd found. But a day or two later, Tom calls me again and he says, you still willing to go out and bring some gold bars out of the mountains? Sure, you know. I still thought it was a lark, but I just suddenly realized, you know, Chuck Kenworthy was a deep sea treasure hunter and he had had some success. He was partners with John Wayne at one time and had found sunken ships. I don't know if he got into a lot of money with the treasures he found because he was really in the real estate business out in California, but he come out here every year in the wintertime. And I run across him several winters in a row. And he actually, with Tom, he actually got a helicopter and they flew the Superstitions with a magnetometer. And they hit a couple of really hot spots out there in the Superstitions, and one of them was Peter's Mesa, which is a real well-known Dutch hunter area. And also the federal government had run mercury vapor tests and hit some hot spots in Superstitions. And in some of the discussions I overheard when Kenworthy was talking to Tom and others, he had explained, you know, when you find a treasure off the coast of, let's just say Florida, for example, the state's going to want to take 75% of your treasure or more, you know, but if you find it in the Superstitions, they only want 50%. So if, you know, you find something in Superstitions, you're going to save 25% automatically. And it didn't take long to put two and two together that this guy had found something that he was going to lose 75% on, but he was going to find it here and have us drag it out of there. And I think Tom got cold feet when it turned out to be a little more true than we thought it was, because we didn't follow up and do anything about it. And yet no gold bars ever were recorded coming out of the Superstitions. But that's just another mystery.
Thank you for watching this episode of Mysteries of the Superstition Mountains.